Young people from that province have voiced their dissatisfaction after the Premier's office allegedly stopped sponsoring their studies. 39 students were sponsored for a 3-year apprenticeship at Denel Aero-nautics in 2018 to study aircraft mechanics and welding, among others. We now catch up with our reporter Kea Moalusi in Mahikeng. Kea, very good morning to you. You've been chatting to a few students. Tell us about some of their concerns.
Good morning, Blaine. This morning we are talking to two of the students who are part of the 39 young people whose apprenticeship at Denel was cancelled earlier this year. The students were sponsored by the Northwest Premier's office for a 3-year apprenticeship. And right now I am joined by Offense Emmanuel to tell us more about the agreement that they have signed to be part of this apprenticeship. Emmanuel, please tell us briefly about the type of agreement you had or the contract that you signed for this apprenticeship.
Initially, the apprenticeship was a 3-year contract period, which we were supposed to. First year, we agreed that we go to Denel and then do our theoretical practices and do some of the workshop training. And then on the second year, it was supposed to be an on-the-job training, whereby they took us to different companies to get different skills on the different trades, of which initially was aircraft mechanics, welders, fitters and turners, and electricians. So during the first year, everything was okay, even though we had some difficulties with the matters of PPEs and the sort, but then we were able to complete the first year. On the second year, they cut off some of the benefits that they agreed on. They cut off the housing, they cut off the meals, they cut off the transportation, of which they had initially agreed upon that they will be supplying those things. And then we did not have an argument with that. We were okay with that, and then we continued and said, okay, let's just go and do it on-the-job training and complete our studies, and then everything will be done. But then on the second year, when we were supposed to go on the job, some people had companies, were placed in the correct companies. Some people were left at home for quite some time. That was an issue as well for more than 3 months. And we initially had to go ourselves and look for some companies, trying to put in an initiative to help them out to find this company.
Okay, we understand as well that the contract has been cancelled. Do you perhaps know more details about the cancellation of this contract?
No, we were not formally informed with anything about the cancellation. We just noticed on the end of the second year, when the companies brought us home. Some people were in Gauteng. They were just told at the companies, Monday morning, you must not come back. The contract has been terminated. And then we were not given any information. We had to come to the Premier's office and ask them what is going on. Please inform us further. Is the project stopping or is it carrying on? But then we never got a straight answer. The only thing that we were told is that they're still working on it. They're changing because they terminated their contract with Denel. They're still looking for another service provider, and things will carry on as usual. But then we have to give them some time. And that was in the beginning of January.
We also understand that the apprenticeship was for mostly young people from rural areas. And to hear more about how have they been impacted by this, I'm joined by Zakaria. Zakaria, how have you been impacted by this?
To be honest, it's devastating to be at this point right now, whereas in like for the past to now 8 months now, with no answers to what's happening, no stipend, no accommodation, not being sure that are we going to qualify or what to get our trade certificate, and remembering that you come from a disadvantaged background, to be at this point while we try to speak to these people in higher management but not giving us conclusive answers to what's happening. it's very devastating, to be honest.
We understand that some of you are around 35 years or a little bit over 35. Can you tell us about that? How has this affected many others of you, especially those whose age is not on their side?
To be honest, we've been trying to comfort everyone to make sure that, guys, relax, we are going to get our trades. Let's try and speak to these people so that everything can get back on hold. But then now you understand with them taking so long to give us answers, and every like days pass, week pass, months pass, we are getting old. To let's say the age gap for you to get a job in South Africa is 18 to 35. Now, if you are above 35, how will I be able to get a job where this program was a lovely project to start off, but then now this project also is dooming your future in respect. So it's very devastating, man.
How was the project going to change your life, and with regard to the stipends that you were receiving from this program, how was it helping you?
The stipend that we were getting was helping us to pay for accommodation, to buy clothes, food, and also to take a little bit of the portion and give us to our parents to say, relax, in the future I will be able to give you more. But then now, since it has been cut, I cannot help at home. And then now you understand that for years, for the past 2 years, I was away from home. That means the financial stress was not there. But then now I'm back home without no answers. Now I'm stressing them more again, that where am I going to be in the future? Will I get a job or what, so that I can help them financially or what?
Offense mentioned earlier that you have been trying to get answers from the Premier's office. What are you hoping for from now?
We are hoping that they can give us conclusive answers, because we have been going there for months before the coronavirus hit South Africa. For months, every day, trying to get them, telling us that everything is up to the Premier. If we talk to the Premier, they tell us no, the administrator. From the administrator, we go back to the DDG. Them not giving us answers. We just want answers saying that, guys, let's say next month you are going back to this trade academy, your stipend is back on, you are within, let's say 6 to 7 months, you are going to get your trade certificates and go out in the world and get better jobs for yourselves, so you can help back at home.
And as you heard these young people say, all they want is to get their qualifications. It is back to you in the studio.
Live for us in Mahikeng. Thank you very much indeed for that report. No doubt we'll be following it up in the next couple of days. Bring us that live report from Mahikeng.